Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it. How's everybody doing on this wonderful Friday night? Woo! Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We got a lot to talk about. Let's talk about the Minnesota Vikings. Let's talk about some NFL news around what's going on. Some things that happened today. Hold on real quick. But shout out to everybody in the building. God bless to everybody that's in the building. God bless to each and every one of y'all that is in the building right now. Truly appreciate y'all rocking with me on this wonderful Friday night. Let's talk about what is on everybody's mind. Yo, what's good? What's good? Shout out to you. Shout out to you. You know, there's a lot that's on everybody's mind when it comes to Kyler Murray, when it comes to JJ McCarthy. And the thing about it, right? Like I said before, regardless if you're a JJ McCarthy fan and you can't stand Kyler Murray or the other way around, if you're a Minnesota Viking fan, we just want what's best for the team so we can win a Super Bowl. It doesn't matter who it is, the name on the jersey. What matters is the Minnesota Vikings not just getting to the playoffs, but winning in the playoffs and getting to the Super Bowl. And not just getting to the Super Bowl, but winning the Super Bowl. Can I talk that talk? Talk that talk. I'm really starting to feel like a lot of fans are really making this a little bit too personal when it comes to the Kyler Murray and the JJ McCarthy conversation. Now, I did a post. Right? I did a poll. I want to get everybody's opinion on, I said, who's going to win this quarterback competition between JJ McCarthy and Kyler Murray? And you want to know why? I'm like really surprised that it's not even close. It's not even close. Out of 90 votes, that's a good amount of votes, right? In 9 hours or whatever, right? 84% went Kyler Murray and only 16% voted JJ McCarthy. Now, I'm hearing that Kyler Murray isn't this good quarterback. He is a scrub and he's too short and it's a waste of time. Now, if this is the case, then why am I seeing on this community post that I posted like 9 hours ago, why is it saying 84% Kyler Murray? I was expecting to be like 60-40, something like that. I was not expecting it to be 84% Kyler Murray. So now it got me thinking, maybe it's just some fans are just the loudest of everybody. Some are just quiet. They're just watching and observing and seeing what's happening. And they're just like, but the louder fans are like, yo, no matter what, Kyler Murray sucks. He's not good. He hasn't done anything in the NFL. Well, that's a lot of quarterbacks when you really think about it. There's only one winner every single season. And if it was so easy to win a Super Bowl, the Vikings would have got a Super Bowl in the 4 times they went. It's not that easy, right? And I'll say this. He is a 2-time Pro Bowler. Yes, he does get injured. Yes, he goes off script, but we'll see what he does with this offense. All I'm saying is be optimistic, cheer for your team, and let's see what happens. You know what I mean? Now, when it comes to JJ McCarthy, and I keep hearing the number one thing is, why are you giving up on a young 23-year-old quarterback? Let's stop putting age next to it. I'm going to tell you why. Because when you start putting age next to it, you're making it sound like, all right, what's the word I'm looking for? You're kind of making an excuse on why he keeps getting hurt. There's no, listen, he keeps getting hurt. It's not his fault, but at the same time, the man is, if you want to go age, he is 23 years old. He's not 40. He's not in his late 30s. And the unfortunate truth about JJ McCarthy is, in 2 seasons, he played 10 games. And when they got rid of Sam Darnold, now he's a Super Bowl champion. They let Daniel Jones go. He signed with the Colts, right? You put everything on a young quarterback. And even though the play calling sucked, the offensive line was banged up. They weren't the best either. The wide receivers were dropping passes. I get all that. But if you take, all right, that's a big deal, right? But the biggest deal wasn't even that. The biggest deal is we have a 23-year-old quarterback that the unfortunate truth that nobody wants to talk about, if you want to put age into it, is he keeps getting hurt. And the one thing that some of the elite teams have, this is why I'm like really like trying to figure out why people are so mad about the Kyler Murray signing. The one thing that some of these great teams have, right? Like the 49ers, they're a great organization. They're a great franchise. They had a backup quarterback named, what's his name? So you had Brock Purdy and Mac Jones, right? When Brock Purdy went down, they didn't miss a beat. No, they weren't probably as good with Brock Purdy, with Mac Jones, but they still did what they had to do. They had a quality backup quarterback. Now, when it came to the Vikings, we didn't have a quality backup quarterback all like that. Carson Wentz was good for a couple of games, but then he just got hurt. So I think that's kind of why he wasn't as consistent. So I'm not hating on Carson Wentz. But come on, man. We signed Carson Wentz last minute because we had Sam Howell on the roster, and we seen one preseason game. And when we seen that one preseason game with Sam Howell, Crazy, Kevin O'Connell, I think they just said, oh, no. Not even think. I know they're like, oh, no, we got to figure something out. We cannot have Sam Howell be the backup quarterback just in case JJ McCarthy gets hurt. Right? So I'm saying all of this to say this. If JJ McCarthy is made of the right stuff, mentally and physically, right? He should use all this doubt, because obviously it's not really some of the fan base, but not all the fan base, right? Because some people really, really, really believe in JJ McCarthy. But use all this as motivation and let this push him to pretty much prove Kevin O'Connell wrong. Because honestly, it's the owners and Kevin O'Connell. I'm pretty sure the owners of this team said to Kevin O'Connell, your job is on the line. And also, if you don't feel like JJ McCarthy is the guy right now, you need to bring in some quality competition and make the best quarterback win. And that's exactly what Kevin O'Connell did. That's exactly what this organization did. So I just hope the fan base rocks out with Kyler Murray if he is the starter, and the other way around. I just hope the fan base rocks with JJ McCarthy if he turns out to be the starter. But the main thing for this season is health. It's not talent. When you talk about the offensive line, I'm on a big rant right now, so just bear with me. For everybody that's in the building, shout out to each and every one of y'all. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Hit that subscribe button. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. Whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say this, we're sports with design that brings together. And I truly feel that way. And also, we're going live for primetime games as well. But not all, but some. But what was I saying? But what I want to bring up, right? Because whether JJ or Kyler is a starter, we have to rock with whoever is the best for the job at this moment. We can't really think 3 years down the road right now. We can't really think 2 years down the road right now. We got to think about present right now. Present day Vikings, week 1 in 2026. Whoever the best players are is who should be on that football field. At the end of the day, Viking fans, yes, I get you want to have the process where you're just waiting and letting a quarterback slowly develop. But the unfortunate truth is we have a young quarterback that keeps getting hurt. He keeps getting hurt. He keeps getting hurt. And you can't put all your eggs in one basket and not bring any quality backup in. Even if we would have traded for Mac Jones and Kyler and JJ McCarthy would have beat him out, at least you have a quality backup. No matter what, however you look at this, you're going to have a quality backup that you know that has talent that can play. The one thing I give, and I can't, I'm Philly everything. I'm a Sixer fan. I'm a Phillies fan. The one thing I give credit to when it comes to the Eagles, I think they got like, what is it? I was just talking to my homie today too, and he's a big time Eagle fan, a Sixer fan, a Phillies fan. Excuse me. The one thing I give credit to about the Eagles is they won their first Super Bowl with a backup quarterback. This is why it's so important to have a backup quarterback, right? Also, not only they won a Super Bowl, beating us in the NFC Championship game. That same year they won the Super Bowl, I believe. They lost the Super Bowl, and then they went back to a Super Bowl and beat Patrick Mahomes. What I'm trying to say is, you see the consistency in the last 8 years that the Eagles are building? You know what I mean? And that's what I want the Minnesota Vikings to be. I want the Minnesota Vikings to be a franchise where we build this team out and we build the trenches. Our GM makes the correct moves when it comes to free agency. He makes the correct picks when it comes to the NFL draft. And I just want to build a team where we're constantly always in the run to win a championship. I always want to see this team be the best it can be, because we haven't won a Super Bowl. And I ain't going to sit here and cap. When people be saying, I just want to see the Vikings win before we die. Yeah, it's some jokes in that. But at the same time, we ain't really joking, y'all. It's a little bit of laughing. It's a little bit of like, dang, bro. Like, come on. It's like a little bit of sarcasm. Like, dang, bro. Like, we trying to win a freaking Super Bowl. Like, why is it taking us so long to win a freaking Super Bowl? You know what I mean? But it's some truth in it, bro. We haven't won a Super Bowl. Shout out to everybody in the building. We just want the best for this team, man. We just want the best for this team. And I am surprised that this poll is this lopsided. Excuse me. Kyler Murray has 84% of the votes, y'all. I was not expecting that. When I posted this a few hours ago on this channel, who's going to win the quarterback competition, I was not expecting to be so lopsided. I don't know if it's just I don't know, man. Like, dang, they're not giving JJ McCarthy any type of chance to win. Now, if the fan base is voting like this, what you think Kevin O'Connell was thinking? You know what I mean? It's just crazy to me. Crazy. But we'll see what happens. I hope it is a quarterback competition. Let me get to the chat, and then we're going to get to some news. We're going to do some mock drafts. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff, man. We're going to do a whole bunch of stuff. We're going to talk about a whole bunch of news. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Michi, I had mixed feelings about picking K1, but I had to realize that, yes, a vet quarterback, still young, has talent, and now he's on the team with a defense and good to decent offense. Yes, if we can just have a decent offense, bro, that's all that matters. Like, we haven't had a decent offense since, well, let's just keep it real, since Sam Darnold. You know what I'm saying? We let him go, though. We let Sam Darnold go. I know I ain't trying to bring it up, but dang, we let a super. Never mind. Let me move on. Let me move on from that. I ain't going to get into that. I'm not going to talk about that. Shout out to Chris for real, but he's not. But he's not what? What you mean? What you mean? But he's not what? I'm sorry. I don't know what you mean by that. Yes, hit the like button, everybody. Hit the like button. Hit the like button. Murray, your quarterback won now. Probably. Murray. Yup, probably. You might be right, dog. Shout out to you, bro. Aiden said, JJ McCarthy, lucky our backup quarterback sucked, because if JJ would have got hurt, we had a good backup. JJ McCarthy might not have got his job back. You're definitely entitled to your own opinion. Both quarterbacks are bad. Hey, listen, bro, that's cap. That's cap. I'm gonna hit you with the. You gonna get the first stop the cap of the day. Shout out the prize in the building, though. That's my homie. Stop. Where does Carson Wentz go? Ooh, excuse me. I will hope that Carson Wentz stays with the Vikings. You know, I honestly would love to see Carson Wentz stay with the Vikings as quarterback 3. not quarterback 2. Whoever wins the quarterback competition between JJ McCarthy and Kyler Murray, whoever wins is going to be number 1, and whoever loses is going to be number 2. And then you have Carson Wentz as third string quarterback. I think that's pretty darn good. That's a good quarterback room. I would love for him to stay with us. I'm not sure what other teams he's looking at. But I hope he stays with the Vikings as third string quarterback. Let me be more specific. I'm going to say it again because I know people be like, why would you want Carson Wentz on the team? He's not even good. Bruh, I said for third string quarterback. That's it. Not first string, not even second string. Third string quarterback, Carson Wentz will be a very good third string quarterback. And like I said before, whoever loses between Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy will be the second string quarterback. And of course, if whoever wins out of those 2 quarterbacks is going to be the first string quarterback. You get what I'm saying? But all I'm saying is this, y'all. Let's just enjoy this season. Let's show support, full support for Kyler Murray and JJ McCarthy. They're our quarterbacks, regardless. You don't have to like neither one of them. But at the same time, they got that purple and gold on, and they're on the Minnesota Vikings. So let's cheer and hopefully hope the best. That's all I'm gonna say. JJ will play in more preseason games because he needs it. Murray will play 1 drive. Oh, that will tell you the answer right there. Who's the starter? What's going on, everybody? What's going on? What's going on, everyone? What's going on, everyone? Shout out to everybody in the building. Appreciate y'all. If Carson finds a starting role, he will leave, and don't blame him. Yeah, I wouldn't blame him either. All right, now listen, y'all. We got some news around the NFL I wanted to talk about. We are going to also do a mock draft. If anybody is interested to stay in for the mock draft at the end of this live stream, we will be doing a mock draft at least once or twice. But let me just make sure there's no breaking news for the Minnesota Vikings before I talk about another team. Besides Kyler Murray news that I'm really excited about, this is one of the best things that the Vikings could have done in this offseason to go get a backup. Well, not a backup, not necessarily a backup, but get a quality quarterback to challenge and compete with JJ McCarthy for the number 1 spot. What does it take to be number 1? I'm trying to find the quote about Kyler Murray when he at the press conference. He also tweeted a picture of him, or I don't know if it's on X or if it's on Instagram, of him wearing a Vikings jersey when he was a young man, a young boy, I guess. And he has a skull hoodie on. He hyped, man. Like, this man is really hyped to be in the purple and gold. That should make you happy, bro. That should make you happy that a guy that, he could have went to any team that not any team, but there was other options out there. And he chose the Vikings to play for the Vikings for $1.3 million, which is a veteran minimum or league minimum, I guess. And one of the quotes, I guess they asked him something about, like, how do you feel about being with the Minnesota Vikings, being on the Vikings now? And this is what he said, and I quote, "I can't wait," Murray said Thursday evening. He said, "I cannot wait to touch the field and be a Minnesota Viking, baby. Let's freaking go. Skull to the freaking bowl." You know what I'm saying? And another thing that he was saying, right? All right, so Murray played for a team named the Vikings. Also, he played for a team that's named the Vikings in youth football, and said he grew up a genuine fan of the NFL's Vikings as a result. Laughing at the memory, Murray said he cried real tears when Vikings quarterback Brett Favre threw an interception in the 4th quarter of the 2009, I was about to say it's 2029, 2009 NFC Championship game, which Minnesota lost to the Saints in overtime. Oh, no. Why'd you bring up those memories? But when he says He cried real tears. I think a lot of Viking fans was feeling the same way, man. I was like, oh my gosh, bro. I ain't want to talk to nobody, man. That was a big moment, man. For me, I said, gosh, Lee, this was the chance to win a Super Bowl this year with Brett Favre. We had a freaking team, bro. We had defense and offense. We had a team, bro. We had Adrian Peterson. We had a lot of talent, bro. We would have won the Super Bowl if we would have got past the Saints, in my honest opinion. But yeah, man, that's just some other quotes of the newest addition, improving our quarterback room, Kyler Murray. I love it, man. I love the passion. I love that he played for a team, youth football team, and they were called Vikings. So he just was a Viking fan. That's what's up, man. I love it, man. I absolutely love it. Now let's get to some news that it's not Viking related, but there's a cornerback that just recently signed with the Cowboys. So his name is Kobe Durant. He agrees to a 1-year, $5.5 million deal with the Cowboys, which is a big deal. I like Kobe Durant. We'll get to the deal shortly, but I want to go to PFF grade, coverage grade. He's 38th at 114 corners in coverage grade, 67.4. His overall grade is 66.7, which is 39th out of 114 cornerbacks. His run defense isn't the best. He's 69th in run defense. And that's just not good. It's just not the best. I ain't gonna sit here and cap. But he had 34 solo tackles. He had 3 interceptions last season, which is 9th out of all the cornerbacks in the game, or out of 114 corners. And he had 1 total pressure. He had so he had 41 receptions allowed. I think he's a decent pickup for the Cowboys. They had to improve their secondary. And the deal is 1 year, $5.5 million deal with, I like it though, man. He spent 4 seasons with the Rams. So, the Rams got what they got, getting McDuffie and the other corner. I forgot the other cornerback's name. So the Rams are trying to upgrade in their cornerback room, and the Cowboys are trying to upgrade in their cornerback room, because the Cowboys, man, if their defense was just a little bit better, man, they would have been dangerous, because their offense was probably definitely top 2 offense, top 3 offense all season pretty much. So if they just could have corrected their secondary and corrected their defense overall, they would have been dangerous. Like, real talk, coming from a Minnesota Viking fan opinion, I'm just gonna be honest with y'all. That offense was really good. It was just their defense that struggled. And they lost Michael Parsons, and their pass rush wasn't the best. Their secondary was getting cooked, and they was better at stopping the run somewhat, but at the end of the day, man, they just wasn't good enough. Let's just keep it all the way real. I know Cowboy fans are like, stop it, Mike. Why are you talking about my team? But yeah. Shout out to Eric in the building. Shout out to everybody that's in the building right now. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button if you haven't already. Also, hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. What else is going on around the NFL world? All right, so Eagles are reportedly holding off on trading wide receiver AJ Brown for now. According to the Athletics' Deanna Rozan, I'm not going to try to say her last name, who reported the Eagles had entertained serious conversations with both the Rams and the Patriots. If a trade were to happen, it would likely heat up closer to June 1st. So I wonder what the hiccup is there. What's stopping it from going down? What is the Eagles looking for when it comes to trading AJ Brown to one of their teams? I like AJ Brown a lot. I think AJ Brown is one of the best wide receivers in the game. Definitely top 15 in the game. The only thing about AJ Brown is you got the other stuff that comes with it, unfortunately. And I feel like it wouldn't happen. I think he's the type of wide receiver that really needs the ball for him to be happy. Even if his team is winning, he might get a couple catches, but they still winning. But he be like, yo, bro, I want to be part of the winning. I want to be impactful on the field. So he needs to go to a team that's going to air that ball out. And the teams, if you're trying to go to the Rams with Matthew Stafford, that is an awesome destination for AJ Brown. And of course, with the New England Patriots with Drake May, Drake May got a cannon of an arm as well. So those are two teams that AJ Brown will actually be really good on if he happened to go get traded to one of those teams. Now I'm still interested in what the Eagles are trying to get. Are they trying to go for a first, second? Like, what is it? What's the compensation? What is it? What else? I'm trying to get some more news out of here. What else is going on in NFL? Is that like the main news of today? There got to be some more news. All right, so I don't think I talked about. All right, so Dolphins did release tour. That's old news. Where's the new? Did anything interesting happen today? I'm trying to think. So we got all right. So yeah, I don't know if I talked about the Trey Hendrickson 4-year, $112 million contract with the Ravens. They voided the contract with the trade with the whole Max Crosby for the 2 first-round picks, and they voided that and said for bump that. I'll sign Trey Hendrickson to a 4-year, $112 million contract, and I don't got to give up my first-round picks. I think that was a good idea for the Ravens. So that did happen a couple days ago. Raiders suddenly announced that their trade, hold on. The trade that sent Max Crosby to Baltimore was off. The Raiders only said that the Ravens had backed out of the deal. Yeah. Of course, I would have done the same thing. For real. I like Max Crosby, but you coming off a meniscus, and I don't gotta trade 2 first-round picks, and I can get a player like Trey Hendrickson. And I could just got to pay him the bag. I'm already listen. I ain't trying to give up 2 first-round picks and pay you the bag, bro. If I'm listen, I could keep my first-round picks and pay this guy the bag, and this guy is just as good as you, or he's even better than you. So I'll go that route. So, all right. So let's see if there's any more Minnesota Viking news before I go to the mock draft and read the comments and go from there. So, all right, let's see. So, proposed Patriots trade gives veteran defender. Okay, hold on. Let's talk about this. Written by Jack Elmer. If I jacked his name up, my bad. But he proposed Patriots trade gives veteran defender shot at reclaiming superstardom. All right, so let's see what this man is talking about. He's obviously talking about Jonathan Kennard, but I got to see what this man talking about. All right, so this is what he's wrote. Where is the current? Hold on, let me see something. All right, so they said, despite having already signed linebacker DeMont Jones, who ranked 11th league-wide last year in quarterback knockdowns, the New England Patriots should not be done adding their pass rush this offseason. The team was 22nd in the NFL in sacks per game during the 2025 campaign and must continue adding talent at the edge spots to improve in this area. Recent mock draft from FanSided, Ian Harper has New England addressing that need, dealing their third 95th overall and 247th overall round picks to the Minnesota Vikings in exchange for 2024 Pro Bowl edge rusher Jonathan Kennard. Hey, listen, bro. If I'm not getting a second, bro, you're not. Hey, listen, bro. Stop the cap.
Stop.
Listen, bro.
Cap. Really. Stop
That's not enough chicken on that bone for me to take that trade. Let me say that one more time. There's not enough chicken on that bone for me to take that trade. So you want to give us a 3rd round pick and a 7th round pick for a Pro Bowler that was just a Pro Bowler in 2024? Hey, listen, bro. I'm going to hit you with the nah, bro, on top of that.
Nah, bruh. Nah.
Hey, listen. We ain't doing that. I want a 2nd. And since you want to be smart, give me a 2nd and a 4th. And you might have a deal, my brother. Actually, you will have a deal. You know what I'm saying? That's what we want. We're not going to give you a pass rusher that's a Pro Bowler that is really good for a 3rd and a 7th. Nah, bro. We ain't doing that. All right, so this is what else he said. We're acquiring Jonathan Grenard would help the Patriots after racking up at least 12 sacks in both 2023 and 2024. His production this past year was limited shoulder injury that ultimately required surgery, caused him to miss time. We got that. The 6-year NFL veteran had been unable to suit up in just 2 contests over the prior 2 seasons, including playoffs, but in 2025 managed only 12 games, recording 38 tackles, 10 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, 12 quarterback hits, 3 passes defended, a defense, and a forced fumble. However, Grenard still ranks 7th in the league wide with a pressure rate of 13.5% and 30th out of 115 edge defenders in the total quarterback pressure with 47, despite missing those 5 games. Okay. So his PFF grade on the year was 74.2, was also higher than those put up by both New England's 2025 starters. So he better than everybody else on your team. So you feel like we're going to give you just a 3rd? You're going to give us a 3rd and you're just going to get her? No, we're not doing that. We need a 2nd and a 4th, and we'll make the deal happen. That's what we do. That's what we will do. All right, let me get to the comments, and then we're going to do a mock draft. If anybody's interested in doing a mock draft with me, stay a little longer. Kyler Murray could take JJ McCarthy's job and run with it for years if Kyler Murray falls out and plays up to the potential and takes us to the playoffs. I agree with that. What's good with you, bro? 148. He said, all the players, I hope Jefferson finds himself on a Super Bowl team, such a likable dude. Yeah, Justin Jefferson really be chilling, bro. Like, he could have been so bad, bro. Like, yo, I'm not getting the ball. I'm this and that. Yo, Justin Jefferson was chilling. He said a couple of things after the season when he was talking about Sam Darnold. But at the end of the day, bro, Justin Jefferson seems like a good dude. Like, he really wasn't throwing JJ under the bus like that. Justin Jefferson deserves someone that can get him the ball, bro. I'm not saying JJ McCarthy can't, but he wasn't doing it when he had the opportunity at a high enough level. Like I said, I know the offensive line was banged up. I know the play calling sucked, but you can't struggle that bad to get the ball to Justin Jefferson. That was crazy. You know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. And I like JJ McCarthy. Carson Wentz is better 3rd stringer than Max Brosmer. Yeah, facts, bro. What do you think about the 76? Yeah, I got to get to that on I can't even think about them right now. To be honest with you. It's bad right now. We losing. We out of the dang going. See, now you got me thinking about them. We out of the playoffs right now. What's going on? Not too late. Might be forced to sign Grenard. You know what? We might have to update his contract. You're right. But I would try to get, listen, if you're not giving me a 2nd, give me 2 3rd-round picks. Give me a 3rd and a 4th. You're not going to just give me a 3rd and a 7th for a Pro Bowl pass rusher, because we still got to replace that. I love Andrew Van Ginkel. I love Dallas Turner. Dallas Turner is young. He's up and coming. He might have a double-digit sacks next season. But at the end of the day, bro, like, we need to replace Andrew Van Ginkel eventually, because the unfortunate truth about one of my favorite players on the team is he constantly gets hurt. That's a fact, bro. I'm just being honest. And I love Andrew Van Ginkel. Talk about Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen. Hey, listen. What team is Jonathan Allen on? Hold on. What team is Jonathan Allen on? I forgot he signed with the let me see. Jonathan Allen. Let's see where Jonathan Allen is on. All right, sounding and promising favorite roster. Okay, Jonathan Allen. Oh, he signs with the Bengals. Okay, he signed with the Bengals. He signed with the Bengals. I'm trying to see his contract real quick. What's his contract looking like? What contract looking like? All right, so Jonathan Allen. I got no dislike for this brother. I got no hate for this brother. I hope the best for Jonathan Allen. But am I happy that he is not on? But am I happy that he's not on the Minnesota Vikings? I'll be honest with you. I am. He wasn't that good for the Minnesota Vikings. I'm going to just keep it real. That doesn't mean he won't be good for the Bengals, okay? I just want to put that out there because people be like, oh, my gosh, you think he sucks? He wasn't good for us. He might be good on the Bengals. Now, he did sign a 2-year deal with the Bengals. Let's see what the deal, the details are. Defensive tackle Jonathan Allen and the Cincinnati Bengals have agreed to a 2-year, $26 million contract. Sources told ESPN's Jeremy Fowler on Thursday. Allen's deal can be worth up to $28 million through incentives. Dang. The sources told, oh, wow. Allen, 31, was another cap casualty of the Minnesota Vikings and was officially released Wednesday after the start of the 2026 league year. Okay, let's get to the more detailed stuff. Allen was the second major acquisition the Bengals have made to improve their defense. Line Cincinnati also signed former Seattle Seahawk edge rusher, what's his name? Boy Maffei or Math. Listen, I probably jacked his name up to a 3-year deal worth $60 million at $13 million annually, excluding incentives. Allen slots in as one of the most expensive players on Cincinnati's defense. He ranks just behind. What? Dang. Okay. I mean, hey, listen, I ain't mad at him. Get his money, man. Hey, congratulations, man. Hey, I don't got no dislike for Jonathan Allen. I think, especially when he was with the Commanders, he's a defensive tackle that can definitely get to the quarterback. He's not the best when it comes to stopping the run, but he can definitely get to the quarterback. The unfortunate truth is he wasn't the guy for the Minnesota Vikings, and I hope nothing but the best for the young man. I got nothing against him. Good luck. You know what I'm saying? Hey, listen, good luck. I got nothing against any player that leaves the Vikings. Unless you start talking trash, then we going to talk that talk together, baby. If you want attention, you can get attention. If you talk trash, we going to talk trash right back. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Eric, what's good? Skull. Everybody in the building, hit the like button, hit the like button. Also hit the subscribe button. I don't think the Cowboys will ever be good until they figure out that Jerry Jones needs to stay out of running the team. Yeah. Kyler Murray's supposed to save y'all. Hey, listen, bro. Listen, it's not even just about Kyler Murray, though, bro. It's not even just about Kyler Murray. Shout out to you, bro. But it's about the whole team. But we just got to have decent quarterback play for the whole entire season. That means Kyler Murray or JJ McCarthy has to stay healthy and give us an honest chance to win. We can't be ranked the 29th offense, not defense. Defense was ranked number 3. We can't be that dang on terrible next season. So we just got to have average quarterback play for the whole entire season, and we're a playoff team. And I'm not capping. The Vikings are that talented. They're that well coached defensively, even special teams, that we can make the playoffs. It's just our offense was just horrible for most of the season. We can barely score. We can barely move the ball down the field. We kept going 3 and out. We had so many turnovers, whether it was JJ McCarthy throwing an interception or Carson Wentz throwing an interception or Max Brosmer throwing an interception. Everybody had interceptions. Everybody had fumbles. Everybody had their moments where they looked really bad. So, hey, listen, Kyler Murray, regardless of what anybody thinks, bro, he improves this quarterback room. You know what I mean? So now you got Kyler Murray, JJ McCarthy, and I don't know who the third string is. I'm just happy that the Minnesota Vikings improved in the most important position group, and that's the quarterback. We improved for a 1.3 mil a league minimum for a guy that's a 2-time Pro Bowler. Hey, I think that's amazing. He ain't never throw it to Justin Jefferson. He ain't never throw it to Jordan Addison. So we gonna see what he does. We gonna see. I'm excited about Kyler Murray joining the Minnesota Vikings. He was not on my radar. And those who know, I was talking about Mac Jones. I wasn't talking about Kyler Murray. But now that that's the thing. That's what I do as a Viking fan. Once you join the team, I'm with you, bro. I'm rocking with you. You know what I mean? Now, if you do some corny stuff and you ain't looking good, then I'm gonna have to talk my talk about it. You already know the vibes over here. Listen, your boy is gonna talk that talk. Kyler Murray will do good for the Vikings, especially if he has some protection. Yup. We got to make sure our offensive line's on point. I agree with that. I don't want to see anybody good go to the Rams. They're too tough already. You ain't lying. That's competition. I tell you that. Y'all going to give us Jonathan Grenard. If the Bengals, what's your team? Oh, the Cowboys. If y'all want Jonathan Grenard, since you a Cowboys fan, bro, I automatically want a first-round pick, bro. Hey, listen, bro. Automatically. You a Cowboys fan and you want Jonathan Grenard, I want a first-round pick and you can have him. If you don't want to give us a first-round pick, I want your second and I want your fourth and I want a fifth-round pick. And if you want to go back and forth with me, all right, we'll take your second and your third and your fourth and we'll call it a day. You can have a Pro Bowler pass rusher. You need it in the worst way, so why not take it? Why not go with that trade? So I would love to. Shout out to everybody in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all hit the like button when y'all come in the building so we can get this live stream out there. Everybody that's in the building, make sure y'all hit the like button so we can get the live stream out there. And also hit the subscribe button. We are going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. And I always say sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us. And I truly feel that way. I want to say this as a big-time Minnesota Viking fan, man. Thank y'all so, as a person in general, not even just because I'm a fan, I'm a Viking fan. Everybody that's subscribed to this channel, I want to say thank you for all y'all support. There's a lot of people that support me on this channel, that's not a Viking fan. They just rocking with me. Now, I want to say I appreciate each and every one of y'all, and I'm going to keep on grinding. I'm going to keep on doing what I got to do. And, man, just thank you again, man. Thank y'all for all y'all support, man. Because like I said, man, I'd be talking to myself if it wasn't for y'all. I'm so happy that y'all in the chat. We conversating, you feel me? But I just want to say thank you for all y'all support, man. I don't thank y'all enough, so I had to make sure thank you so much, and God bless to each and every one of y'all that's rocking with me on this YouTube journey. My next big goal on this channel is to get to 3,500, and then we're gonna keep on going from there. But thank you so much, man. Thank y'all so much for all y'all support. I truly appreciate it. Let's go. Let's go, baby. All right, let's get to some more comments, and then we're going to do a mock draft. Anybody that wants to do a mock draft, we're about to do a mock draft, y'all. A Vikings jersey makes you look dusty. What? Hold on, man. Hold up. Wait a minute. Y'all thought I was finished? Hold on now. What's your name, man? Purple Playbook. I'm going to give you the attention that you want. First and foremost, bro, you know what purple represents? Let me help you out, brother. Do you know what purple represents, my guy? Because I could listen. If you don't know, just let me know in the comments. What does purple, the color purple, represent, my brother? I'm gonna give you a few seconds if you can put it in the chat. Anybody else wants to put it in the chat, that's fine too. What does purple represent? If you feel like, putting a Viking uniform makes you look dirty, I just wanted to, I gotta ask, I'm just asking a question because the color purple typically symbolizes royalty. Hold on now. Nobility. Hold on now. Nobility. Hold on now, I'm not done. Luxury. Power. And ambition. While also representing creativity. I can't even read right now. Wisdom, mystery, and magic. You know what I'm saying? So I just wanted to just put that out there. For people that question the purple and gold, for people that question why do the Vikings wear purple? Purple symbolizes some great things. And I'm happy, and that's one of the reasons why I became a Viking, because I thought their jerseys was fly. You know what I mean? I thought their jerseys was fly. I said, hey, I'm rocking with the Vikings. Their jersey is fly. Randy Moss is mossing people with the hand up, catching touchdown passes on everybody. Can I talk that talk? Thunderbolt. Let's go, Minnesota Viking fans all around the world, Viking and NFL fans all around the world. Make sure if you haven't already, hit the like button. We about to do a mock draft. Hit the like button, ladies and gentlemen. Hit the subscribe button. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Sports is designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. We're also going live for primetime games as well. Let me get to, yeah, I just want to just say that. You know what I mean? I had to break that down. Talk that talk, Mike. You already know those vibes, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Mad respect to Mr. Let's go, baby. All right, so I'm reading the comments. I think JJ McCarthy is not good. Kyler Murray is going to be good. Yeah, we're going to see. We're going to definitely see. We're going to definitely see. Everybody, shout out to Frock. Shout out to everybody in the building. We're going to do this mock draft, y'all. Thumbs up. Yeah, thank you so much. Can y'all please hit the like button? Please hit the like button, everybody that's in the building. If Kyler Murray gets injured, do you think he's done in the NFL? I don't know, bro. Depends on the injury. But I'm not even going to think like that because I'm going to think that they're all going to be, healthy. Whoever the starting quarterback is, of course, I give the edge to Kyler Murray. I'm just going to be honest with you. I give the edge to Kyler Murray, but it's not a guarantee that he will win the job if there is true competition. But I'm just going to think that everybody's going to be healthy. That's the mindset I'm having right now going into this season. I'm trying to be very, very positive, optimistic, and real at the same time. Like, I understand it. Like, these two quarterbacks that we have on this roster, they keep getting hurt. But shout out to everybody in the building. Yes, salute to Slugbug. What's good? Shout out to you, man. Appreciate it, bro. All right, we about to do this mock, y'all. We about to do this mock. Yes, skull to the ball, everybody. All right, let's do this mock. Let me put it up on the screen real quick. Hold on. We're going to do this mock. We about to draft the best players in this draft. So if you're not a Viking fan, I'm sorry, bro. We're going to draft all the good players. Y'all going to get some good players if you are a fan of another team, but it's not going to be better than the players that we have on this team already. Like the players that we're about to draft is going to be the best. So let me look it up. Hold on real quick. We're going to put this joint up right now. Hold on, man. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. All right, so we're going to do 7 rounds. Hold on. I'm going to put it on the screen. Hold on. Bear with me, y'all. I'm putting it on right now. Oh, crap. All right, so let's put this on right now. All right, mock draft, y'all. Let's get it popping. Y'all know the vibes, man. Hold on now. I'm gonna make myself a smaller. So we on the part of this live stream where we're gonna do a couple of mock drafts. And we just going to just have fun with it, man. I'm going to ask y'all who we should draft. Dante was the best Vikings quarterback. Yo, he was my favorite. I got a picture with Dante Culpepper, and I got his autograph, man. Dante Culpepper is my favorite quarterback in Minnesota Viking history. That's not saying that Fran Tarkenton wasn't the best all time. He went to the Super Bowl, but I love Dante Culpepper. That's my guy, man. All right, we give you a third, Mike, and your boy. Nah, we all we want is we'll take a third and a second, and you can have Jonathan Grenard. You can have Jonathan Gennard. Give us a third and a second. All right, let's get to the draft, y'all. Let's get to the draft. I'm going to draft for the mighty Minnesota Vikings. You know the vibes, man. You already know the vibes, bro. All right, so let's see. Let's start this draft, man. I'm going to make it slow because we're going to see the beginning of this draft. We're going to do it super slow at first. Hold on. All right, let's start this draft right now, bro. All right, so all right, let me slow it down. So we got Mendoza went 1, signing Styles went 2. All right, let's see what happens. Cardinals go. Oh, hold on, man. You're going too fast. Hold on. All right, let me go back up a little bit. So the Cardinals drafted Ruben Bain. Arvo Reese went to the Titans at 4. The Giants went David Bailey at 5. The Browns are on the clock with the 6th pick. All right, and they draft Delane, LSU cornerback. Commanders are on the clock with the 7th pick. Hold on. They draft Francis Mano, tackle from Miami. I ain't going to try to say. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to jack their names up, bro. I'm really not. All right, the Saints pick Caleb Downs, number 8. The Chiefs. Oh, Jeremiah's dropping. I'm curious where he's going to drop to. Jeremiah Love goes to the Chiefs, man. Oh, my gosh, bro. So they're going to have Kenneth Walker and Jeremiah Love? Stop the cap. Really? Stop the cap. That would be crazy. All right, so let's go to the Bengals. With the 10th pick, they draft Monroe Freeling, tackle out of Georgia. Dolphins, they draft Dylan Feneman, safety out of Oregon. All right, the Cowboys draft Cornell Tate, wide receiver, Ohio State, with the 12th pick. Rams draft Spencer Fandle, tackle out of Utah. Ravens with the 14th pick is going to draft Mekhi Lemon, a wide receiver out of USC. Buccaneers with the 15th pick is going to draft Kenyon Sadiq. Wow, he dropped to the 15th. Wow, to the Bucks. All right, so Jets with the 16th pick. Caleb Banks. Wow. All right, let's see what the Lions do. Oh, so Lions go guard. I'm not going to try to say his name. All right, so the Minnesota Vikings are on the clock right now. We have one trade offer, and it's with the Green Bay Packers, so we're not doing it. We're going to stick and pick. We got Jermod McCoy, cornerback from Tennessee. He is coming off of ACL, but he is the highest ranked according to PFF at number 17 ranked. We got CJ Allen. We have Jordan Tyson, Mizider, edge rusher from Miami. Emmanuel McNeil Warren, safety out of Toledo. We have Blake Miller, tackle out of Clemson. Cassius Howell, edge rusher out of Texas A&M. I think I'm gonna go with I'm gonna change it up because usually I go defensive tackle. So I'm gonna change it up this time. I'm gonna look at the chat. I'm gonna change it up for this one. Yeah, Raiders got Fernandez. Yeah, they got the ball. All right, so let's go with all right, let's see something real quick. All right, so we're gonna go. Yes, thank you so much, Christopher. Yes, hit the like button, everybody that's in the building. Hit the subscribe button. All right, so what I'm thinking that we should do, right? Because I always go DT. I'm gonna go in a different direction, and you're not gonna be surprised. But I think I'm going in another direction, and I'm gonna go Jeremiah McCoy. Debatably the best corner in this draft. Best player available. The problem is he's coming off of ACL. I usually don't do this, but I'm gonna draft Jermod McCoy out of Tennessee. Let me see something real quick. He has an 87 overall grade in 2024. Had 4 interceptions, 2 touchdowns allowed in 2024. He's 6 foot, 193 pounds, age 20. They even got 20.5. 20.5 is his age. I'm gonna go Jermod McCoy just because I always go DT here, so I'm trying to change it up. Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings, Jermod McCoy. Make this a little bit faster. All All right, so we are on the clock in the second round with pick 49. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have a little bit of fun and I'm gonna trade back with the Jags. So what I need your third. Let's see if they'll do this real quick. Let's see if they'll do this. They won't do that. So let's see if they'll do this. They won't do that. So I'll take their other third, and I want your fourth too. Let's see if they'll take this. Dang, they won't do that either. Got two more chances. Hold on. This trade was not be accepted. Okay, so we'll see if this will be accepted. All right, so I'll trade back a few spots and gain a third round pick. So I'm thinking, what do I do here? All right. Let's see if this gets accepted. So trade back on 7. So we're trading back, going backwards like 7 spots. So let's see if they'll accept this. They won't accept that either. Oh, they're not really trying to make a trade then. I mean, goodness. I mean, what you want me to do? You want the pick? I feel like forcing that dang on trade. I ain't gonna say a cat. All right. I'll give you a pick then, bro. I'll give you one of these late picks. I'll give you like 195 or something. I'll give you 195. Now, matter of fact, I'm gonna give you a dang on 7th round pick, bro. Call it a day. I'll give you a 7th round pick. You get pick 49. I get your second and your third. All right, they accept it. I was about to say. So we get pick 56 and 88, and we traded 49 and 235 to the Jags. Let's resume this trade. So we get an additional 3rd round pick. All right, so what we doing right here? What we doing here? What we doing here? All right, so we got. All right, so I'm trying to see what the next move is, bruh. He said, dang, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. All right, so we looking at, would I be crazy to go double down on cornerback here, bruh? Would I be crazy if I went Keontae Scott from Miami Hurricanes? What if I doubled down on cornerback? That'd be crazy, right? We don't need a cornerback that bad. We do need an edge rusher, though. So pass rush grade 89.5, run defense is 66.2, true pass set pass rush is 91.6. He got 7 sacks. He got 30 hurries. UCF Knights. 6'4", 250 pounds. I'm gonna look at the chat. I'm trying to figure out what to do here because I honestly wouldn't mind. I'm gonna just change this all the way up because I usually do. All right, so we need to get a wide receiver too, though, man. We need a wide receiver, bro. Skylar Bell. What's up with Skylar Bell? 1,282 yards. He also played 13 games, 12.6 on average per catch, 13 touchdowns. Wow. Receiving grade is 85.1. Overall grade is 81.6. How tall is he? 6 foot, 185 pounds. Now, let's see what happens. Jake Golday, pass rush. We're not going to go that route. Let me see his first look. 6'4", 240 pounds. You know what? I'm thinking we're going to lose Jonathan Grenard. We need another linebacker, man. We need another linebacker. This man's 6'4", 240 pounds, bro. We need another linebacker too, but they got some trade-offs. Let me see what they got going on. So if I trade back a couple of spots, I want your hey, listen, bro. I want everything you got. Everything you have, I want. It's like, nah. So if I trade back 3 more spots, I get a 4th round pick. What am I doing here? Should I do that? Hold up, wait a minute. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. All right, so we're gonna get additional pick. We trade back 3 spots. We got a 4th round pick now. All right, so we got Keontae Scott still on the board, Jake Golday still on the board, people still on the board. So we can literally just, you know what I mean? We ain't gonna trade back no more. I'm not going corner. I could go linebacker. I could go tackle because the unfortunate truth is our tackles get hurt. This guy has an 84.3 pass block grade, which is a good. Caleb from Northwestern Wildcats, 6'7", 325 pounds. What in the world? I think I'm gonna go linebacker here, y'all. Let me see Joshua Joseph real quick. 5 sacks, 23 hurries, batted, pass rush grade 90.6, run defense grade. He's good too, bro. Ooh, this is a hard decision, bro. But I think I'm going to go linebacker here, y'all. I'm going to go Jake Golday from Cincinnati. I'm going to go with this guy right here, bro. I love the run defense, and I love the coverage grade as well. He's 6'4", 240 pounds, 22 years old. I think I'm going to go Jake Golday from Cincinnati Bearcats. Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings. You said won't be quarterback comp. Kyler will need all the first team reps to learn Kevin O'Connor's system in time. Yeah, that's true. That's true. What's good, Mike Washington Jr.? Come on, man. Oh, I should have drafted Mike Washington Jr. My bad, bro. That's my fault, bro. I ain't see your comment until I picked. I'm gonna do another mock draft too, though. All right, so right now we went Jermod McCoy, cornerback from Tennessee. Then we went linebacker Jake Golday from Cincinnati. We're in the third round. We have about, how many third round picks do we have? We have 3 third round picks in a fourth round coming up. So what do we do in the third round? So what I'm thinking about is this. We need to go get a center. We need to go get a guard. And that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So I'm going to go get my guy Drake Slaughter automatically. I just had to go get him, right? I know that's probably reaching at that point, but I don't care. I want to get Jake Slaughter and get that out the way. And then I also want to go get this is hard. This is tough, man. When you start getting in the third round, I got Jonah Coleman right there. Y'all know how I feel about Jonah Coleman. Malachi Fields is right here, baby. He's moving up in the draft, y'all. I did a video about this guy, y'all. I did a video about a short. This guy's 6'4", 222 pounds. He don't got the fastest 40 time. He don't got the best route. He doesn't run the best route all like that. But when it comes to the 50-50 ball, bro, he coming down with it, bro. Breaking tackle. He's a good blocking wide receiver as well. Hey, listen, bro. So we can go Sam for tight end. We can go safety Genesis Smith. We can also go Jonah Coleman. We can go. What else? Yeah, we can go. Yeah. What do y'all think? Let me look at the comments real quick. Look at the comments. How's everybody doing? Y'all didn't say what y'all want to go with, so I guess I'm gonna do it then. I'm gonna pick for the team. I kind of want to go safety here. Just because we need to start working on it. Coverage grade Genesis is 88.5. Excuse me. First look is 6'2", 204 pounds. I think I'm gonna go that route. So all right. So this is what we got so far. We got our corner, we got a linebacker, we got a center, we got a safety. We in the third round still. Now, I'm looking at a couple of options here, y'all. I got a couple of options on my mind. I'm looking at what pick are we on right now, though? We on 97. I kind of want to draft a guard right here. And the only reason why I'm saying it, or we can go running back. Y'all know how I feel about Jonah Coleman, bro. I can go running back here too. But I got another running back I want to draft in the later round as well, though. Or we can get him in the fourth round. But damn, Malachi Fields is moving up on the boards, y'all. That's crazy. Like, yo, that's crazy that he's moving up. He was a late pick. He was like a 5th round, 6th round pick. Now he's up to the 3rd round. That's crazy. All right, so what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go Billy Billy from Notre Dame. Didn't allow 1 sack last year. Only allowed 2 hurries. Great pass blocking grade, 82, 6'4", 310 pounds. Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings, baby. You know the vibes. We here, baby. Yeah, we here, baby. All right, so now we in the 4th round. And Jonah Coleman just is dropping to us. Like right there. Rashawn Benny, defensive tackle from Michigan. 2 sacks, 3 hits, 13 hurries, 2 batted. Run defense is 84.5. 305 pounds, 6'4". I'm going to go this route, but I want to see what I can get in a trade. If I trade back a couple spots, I'm going to draft. I have to make a choice. I got to make a choice, and I think I'm going to go Rashawn Benny right here from Michigan, defensive tackle. Right here. I'm going to go defensive tackle right here. So I drafted Rashawn Benny right here. We in the 5th round. All right, so what are we doing right here? We got a couple of options. Desmond Claiborne's right there. Let me see what his stats are looking. Desmond Claiborne. I actually looked him up, and my homie put me on Desmond Claiborne. So I think I'm going to go with this because my homie, I looked up some of his highlights. He looked pretty good, man. From Wake Forest, he had 909 rushing yards, 179 carries. He played 12 games. He averaged 5.1 a carry, 10 touchdowns, caught the ball 28 times for 137 yards. Rushing grade is 76.8. Kind of had a down season from last year, but it's all good. We're gonna rock with him. 5'10", 195 pounds. He's gonna have to get his weight up though. Desmond gonna have to get his weight up, but I'm gonna go running back right here. Desmond, welcome to the Minnesota Vikings. Appreciate you joining the purple and the gold, baby. Appreciate you joining the purple and the gold. All right, so let's go with the 6th round pick, baby. 6th round pick, we here, baby. What we doing right here? 6th round pick, what we doing right here? Shout out to everybody that's in the building, man. Appreciate y'all. All right, so we got some options here, right? I ain't go tight end yet, did I? Did I go tight end? Nah, I ain't go tight end. I'm about to go tight end right now. Tight end right here. Tanner, what's good with you, bro? Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings. And then we in the 7th round. We going to draft Eli. We're going to draft Eli, man. Fullback. Yeah, 6 foot, 206 pounds. Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings to replace CJ Ham. We also have a 7th round pick. All right, we want one more. So we're going to go. Let me see what Josh Moten looking like real quick. We're going to go Josh Moten. Run defense, 77.1. Coverage grade, 80.6. First look, 6 foot, 185 pounds. Welcome to the Minnesota Vikings. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. Thank you so much again for all your support. Make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already. We are going live for every Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. This is one YouTube family. Let's talk about this draft real quick. All right. Let's get it. They gave me a bad grade for Jake Slaughter, but it is what it is. I don't care, bro. All right, so we drafted Jermon McCoy in the 1st round with the 18th pick. We traded back a few spots and got a additional 3rd round pick, which was the 88th pick. So we traded the 49th pick and 235th pick, which is a 7th round pick, in our 2nd round pick for their 2nd round pick and a 3rd round. And then we made another trade. We traded back again from the 59th spot to the 56th spot to the 59th spot, and we got a 4th round pick. So what I did with that 2nd round pick is I drafted Jake Golday from Cincinnati. And then after that, the first 3rd round pick, I drafted Jake Slaughter center. I love Jake Slaughter from Florida. Then I drafted safety Genesis Smith. I like his name, Genesis Smith. I want to draft him just because of his name, but I know he's a dog as well. He's a very good cover safety. Let's go Vikings, big Pert. Okay. And you're probably wondering, what did I do else? What else did I do in the third round? So in the first third round pick was a center. The second was a safety. In the third round pick was Billy Schroff from Notre Dame. Very good blocking, pass blocking guard. We need to draft another guard just in case an injury happens. I had to go get it, man. I had to make sure the trenches is on point when it comes to the offensive line. And then I went defensive line in the fourth round. Rashawn Benny from Michigan. Very good run stuffer. Solid pass rusher. And I got him in the fourth round with the 106th pick. So we cooking. I feel like we cooked in this draft so far. And then I went Desmond Claiborne in the fifth round. When you get a chance, look up his highlights from Wake Forest. We had to go get that running back. He can be running back 1 or 2. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe even 3. But I think Desmond Claiborne is going to mess around and be the first string running back because he's one of them dogs, brother. He's one of them dogs. Now, in the 6th round, I went Tanner from Houston. And then in the 7th round, with the first 7th round pick, I went Eli Henry. I probably jacked his name up. But I had to go get that fullback because we don't have a fullback. CJ Ham retired. And then last but not least, in the 7th round with the 7th round pick, I drafted Josh Moten out of Southern Miss. And I think that he has potential. He had like 5 interceptions, his 2025, and like 3 touchdowns allowed. He was pretty decent. I can't be mad at getting him in the 7th round. I think Brian Flores is going to make that man into a star possibly. And then the overall grade, they gave us a B+. They gave us a B+. Yeah, man. Today seems like a yeah. Oh, you don't like it? You don't like the draft? Come on, bruh. Yeah, bruh. Yeah. I say, what's good? What's good? What's good? All right, yeah. So we I think we cooked, man. I think we cooked in this draft, man. I don't think it's as bad as what people think it is. I think this draft is pretty good, man. I think we got all our needs and then some. We went with the best player available in the draft when we drafted Jermod McCoy. He was the best, according to the PFF grade. We drafted debatably the best corner possibly. The only issue with him is he's coming off an ACL. You know what I mean? So I think we did all right, man. I think we kind of cooked, man. But shout out to everybody that's in the building. Appreciate y'all. I'm about to get off. Have a wonderful night. Good evening. God bless to each and every one of y'all. Thank you for all your support. Make sure to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. We're going live for absolutely every single Minnesota Viking game with the scoreboard and everything. And whether you're a Viking fan or not, consider subscribing. You know, I feel like sports are designed to bring us together, not separate us, and I truly feel that way. Salute to each and every one of y'all that's in the building. Let me see this comment. Shout out to my boy Eric in the building. Talk that talk. Ms. Mike, you already know those vibes, bro. Appreciate you, bro. Mad respect, Mr. Gritty. Let's get it, baby. I think JJ McCarthy is not good. Kyler Murray is going to be good then. We'll see what happens. We're going to definitely see what happens. All right, y'all. Peace out, man. Have a wonderful night, y'all. Be safe out there. God bless. And I'm out. Peace.
Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. Yeah. Mike Sports Vibes, thank you for vibing with me. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.
I really do this.
I'm a hybrid fan. I'm a stand-up man. Yeah. They be hating on the squads, but they really a fan. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. I'ma talk that talk about the Sixers and the Vikings. Let's go.